Hey guys, Matt here. Here with another unboxing right here. Normally, I would say it's a CGC unboxing because that's predominantly what I've been submitting to. I usually submit a 25 book pre-screen every month and then a couple of older books or moderns that I don't think are pre-screen worthy that have either been pressed. Now, a little bit about behind this. So, as I said, normally when I submit, at least my pre-screens, I don't press them. I submit 25, and then if they don't hit, I get charged $5. And then once I get the book back, if it doesn't hit, I can look at it and determine whether I really think it needs a press, if a press is going to help it, or if I just think I'm going to just resubmit it for a regular grading. That's kind of how I do it. Everybody has their own style. There's no right or wrong answer. But what I ended up doing in this case is I ended up buying a slab a little while ago, and it was a CBCS slab in a 9/8. And when I got it, I just wasn't happy with the slab. I had never bought a CBCS slab before, and it just didn't feel sturdy. I didn't like it, so I put it aside in my collection. And then what ended up happening is CBCS changed and upgraded their slabs. So I thought, well, this is a good time for me to submit it and see what it looks like, if I like it. So I submitted my book for reholdering, which is in here, as well as I had a book with a J. Scott Campbell signature on it and a COA, and you can't submit that to CGC because if they don't witness the signature, you won't get a yellow label. You'll end up getting a green label. So I was going to submit that as well, which I did. And then what I wanted to do is send in a couple books because in January they were having a special. If you submitted 5 books, you got 15% off. So I said, what the heck? Let me submit a couple books and just see. This is my first CBCS submission. I've never submitted them to before. It is now April, and I got the books back. I submitted them back in January, as I stated, and I just got them back. And let's go over them and see what they look like and how I did. I already cut the box, but this is a new experience for me because I have never submitted to them before, so I'm not sure how they pack and all. I can tell you it looks really nice. Their process is a little different. You get emails along the way, very much more interactive than CGC. I really don't know where the process is in CGC unless I actually go online and look. CBCS actually sends you an email as an update, which I do like. I think that's a nice touch. So first off, I can tell you these books are really nicely packed. Just to give you an idea, on top of the tape, I mean, you've got all that bubble wrap inside. So kudos to them for the packing and at least presentation when you get it. I mean, this is nice. I'm pretty happy with how they send it back. And I'm excited. I have never worked with CBCS before as far as submissions. Some people truly like them, and this is really packed good. Give you some ASMR sounds. I have nothing against them. I've just never tried them. So, as I said before, once I got that one book, and it was an Immortal Hulk book, I just didn't like the slab. And so, let me get a scissor. So I was just never motivated to spend the money and start buying a lot more slabs from them or submitting a bunch. Nothing wrong with them, at least not that I'm aware of, but it just wasn't my thing. I live here in Florida. CGC is literally, if I ship to them, it takes a day to get there. Keep in mind that they're very packed up right now. So once they get there, doesn't mean they're going to show up in the received status. I mean, this is some serious packing that's done. So, any of you worrying about how your books are going to come back, I don't think that's a concern, at least from what I'm seeing here with CBCS. All right. time to get to the good stuff. So one of the nice things that I found out from CBCS is if I wanted to do a pre-screen, I don't have to submit 25 books. I can submit one book and say, if it doesn't meet 9.6, don't slab it. I don't have to submit 25. That's a really nice little thing. I don't know that many people know about that with CBCS. So if you have a book and you're like, you know what, if it gets a 9 or higher, I'd slab it. If it's not, you can submit it to them. And, you know, I did that on a couple of the books, just to try it out. 2 of the books, I did a pre-screen grade, which was great because I didn't have to submit. And I got some paperwork here. You've got some of the comic link information and a itemized billing statement that I can actually understand for a little bit. I will tell you that the shipping and handling, fairly pricey. Maybe that's because it's going from Texas and all on 5 books, but I think it was a little bit more. So let's go over what we got here. So the first book, it's my yellow label. This is my verified signature. And let's see how I can do this because they're backwards like this. Okay, so this was a Captain Marvel. And this one was a #1. It was one of the J. Scott Campbell ones. I had bought it already signed off eBay with a signature on it. You can see it at the bottom, I hope. Really nice. And 9.8, perfect. Now, I will tell you, just holding this, this is a much nicer slab. It's a little different. I'm still not a big, huge fan with the label. And I'm gonna try and do this so you guys can see that, but it is a much sturdier slab. Here, verified signature by J. Scott Campbell, and it talks about, you know, here, little information. And then on the back, you've got that QR code, which, you know, you can scan for any type of grader's notes. And the grader's notes are free, which is really nice about CBCS, so I do like that. Not a huge fan of the way that this particular label is. I know that's the biggest thing. But I will say that this is a big upgrade as far as the slab is concerned. It's nice and sturdy compared to the, in my opinion, flimsy plastic that the other one had. So 9.8 on a verified signature, costs a little bit more, takes a little bit more time, but it's definitely worth it if you have a signature book, you know, because that's the only way you're getting that in a yellow label is CBCS. So next book, and let me cover the things so I can see what it is. Okay, so Marvel Fanfare. So this is one of the books, you know, that's was heating up for a little while, then kind of dipped down with regards to Black Widow. May heat up again, you know, as the movie comes closer. And I think this is the first appearance of the Iron Maiden, who is, you know, going to be a character or maybe a character in the Black Widow film. So this was a CGC reject for a 9.8. So I didn't believe it was going to be a 9.8, but I figured I'd send it because I already have a 9.8 in CGC. So I'm like, let's try it out with CBCS. And 9.4. So not too bad. They do note on the label, first appearance of Iron Maiden in cameo. Back cover pinup. So Marvel Fanfare, #11. And let's see if I can give you a better look without the glare. And I apologize to see the label, but hopefully you can see that. Like I said, you know, I really like it. I don't think there's anything wrong with the CBCS. I know some people are very picky. I'm just not that one of them. I like my CGC because it's closer, but I will tell you, if you're considering an alternative, this is the way to go. These are really nice slabs. So let me put my hand on this one, and also so you can kind of get an idea. There is nothing in the back that tells the name or anything like that. So I've got to look at the front just to see. So what we've got is the new Avengers. This is the first appearance of the Illuminati. Let's see if they note it. Yes, they noted on the label, New Avengers 7, first appearance of the Illuminati. Again, this is a book I had sent 2 into CGC for pre-screen. One came back at 9.8, one didn't. So I thought, hey, you know, same thing with the Marvel Fanfare 11. Let me take a shot and submit it to CBCS. And 9.6. I'm perfectly happy with that. I think that's still a great grade, you know, and like I said, I think this is a really nice book. I can look and see if there's grader's notes later because I have the QR code, it's free. In fact, anybody can look if you have the number of the book and such. I like that. So, you know, there's no questions if you are selling a slab like this, you can see what it is. So, next one up. All right, so this was my reholder from my Immortal Hulk, and it looks like CBCS was kind enough to return my certificate of authenticity for the J. Scott Campbell. That's always nice. I appreciate that. Thank you, CBCS. And this book is, like I said, this is already a 9.8. This was just a reholder that I had done with, this is Immortal Hulk 12. I got a really good price on it. I think it was like 30, 40 bucks. This is the first appearance of One Below All in Cameo, but this is one of the variant covers. So, you know, I wanted to grab it for that reason. It's not the cover A, which I think is much more popular and a little bit more expensive, but still a great book. This slab is so much better. You know, I don't know if you can kind of just see the edges are a little different. Like I said, I'm not a fan of the label. Let's see if you can see on the top. CBCS, but it is much nicer. It has the grooves, so if you do want to stack, you could. I typically put like a Mylar protective wrap on it. Some people think it's ridiculous, you're slabbing or you're covering a slab, but I just like it because I don't want any scratches on it. But all in all, these are really nice slabs. So if you're a CBCS fan, you'll probably agree. And if you're new to maybe or thinking about trying it, this may be worthwhile to give it a shot. And so 2 books that I have left. And the first one I could see here was a reject. So this, I know what this is because I submitted this. So this book I submitted for a 9.6 pre-screen. Not a 9.8 because I knew I got rejected, at least for CGC. So I figured, let me just submit a 9.6 on this one, and it did get rejected. So I'm assuming it's probably somewhere in maybe a 9.2 or 9.4 or something. But this is Captain America. This is 341. Kind of glad it didn't get slabbed now. You know, this is the first appearance of Battlestar. Obviously, anyone who has been watching the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series is probably familiar with that now. That character, since he was introduced, I do not want to give any spoilers away, so I'm not going to touch upon the in-depth part of it. But all in all, I'll just say that I'm happy that if one book got rejected, it was this one at this point in time. There's 2 episodes left, and if you haven't gotten into Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I definitely think it's a great watch, and I think you should do so. So with that being said, last book. And the last book was Thor #6. And this is a second print. This was one of the interior pages on the Donny Cates one. This is the Thanos with the black gauntlet. And, you know, there has been discussion as to whether, and it's a wraparound cover, so I'm going to show you both sides, whether this is going to be, you know, some kind of significance later on or not. I'll be honest with you, I don't know either way. I just really like the cover on this book. Donny Cates has fantastic writing, whether it's Venom, Thor, and such. And this was such a nice looking one with, I'm gonna hold it like that, with the wraparound cover holding the, holding Mjolnir, and then you can see the Infinity Stones in it. So, you know, you never know with Donny Cates as to what he's gonna do, if it's gonna turn out and be a good book or not. But anyways, I submitted it. I really liked it. So let's see how we did. 9-9. Yes. Wow. That is crazy. This is my first 9-9. And I submit a lot of books to CGC and such. And on my first submission to CBCS, wow. That is pretty cool. You know, I don't get to show off something like this too often, so let me at least show you guys. Plus, what's nice is this is just a regular cover book, meaning that this is not a thick cardstock. So I'm truly shocked to see that in a good way. But wow, a 9-9, that is incredible. So this one's not going anywhere, but that is really cool. So yeah, this is, you know, Thor 6 second printing, and they have it just noted as Death of Galactus and Black Winter, Silver Surfer appearance, Legacy number 732 wraparound cover, and 9-9. I mean, so wow. I don't know how many 9-9s there are currently. As far as the second print, I'll have to look that up on their census. I'm also going to check CGC census. You know, if you asked me, I would look at this and I would tell you, no way a 9-9. Just because there's, you know, I look at these minor little things and maybe they don't grade against this, but, you know, I'm not going to complain. That's for sure. So, again, CBCS, you know, first shot at it, and 9-9. You can't say much more than that. I mean, it'd be crazy to give them a tough rating on that. The only thing I don't like is these labels. If they change the labels, I think, you know, I think this is a winner. One of the other things I wanted to touch upon, at least from my reading with CBCS, is that once it's encapsulated like this, you do not have to send it in at any point in time for any type of reholdering. It is encapsulated for life and good. Whereas CGC, I know that you're supposed to every 10 to 15 years send it in for reholdering so they can change out the paper and make sure the comic stays in pristine condition. CBCS, you do not have to do that, so you can bet that this is not going anywhere and not getting sent back. So all in all, guys, it's, you know, they're really good. I can't fault them. I think that if you're a little tired with CGC, give them a shot or split your books up. Maybe I will definitely send more to them. I don't know, I'll get lucky and get a 9-9 again, but I'll definitely send it to them. Turnaround time, like I said, was about three months. You know, I don't know if that's going to be considered quick or long, depending on right now what CGC turnaround times are, which are just miserable. But I hope you like the video. I hope you like the comics. Do all the YouTube stuff for me if you can. Subscribe, like, comment down below. I do try and respond to most of the comments and all, and if I miss something, please let me know. But I appreciate everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.